So one of the big reasons we have file servers is in order to be able to share data. So there's a couple of different ways we can do that. In this video, we're going to look at how we do it using File Manager. So I'm going to open up my File Manager, maximize it here. I'm going to go to my C drive, and I'm going to create a new folder. And I'm just going to dump a bunch of things in here so I can clean it up easier later. I'm going to call it Shares. And then I'm going to create a new folder under Shares, and I'm going to call it Simple. So I'm going to do a simple sharing on this. So I'm going to right click on the folder and go to Properties and then Sharing. So I have File and Folder Sharing here, or I have Advanced Sharing. Advanced Sharing is far and away my preferred one, but we'll look at both of them here. So I'm going to start with my simple file sharing. I'm going to click Share. It says, all right, who do I want to share it with? And now I get to pick. And frequently, we will try to share with everyone. So I'm going to add everyone, and then I'm going to give them permissions. Read, read write, or get rid of them. So I'm going to do read write. The administrators is the owner and has read and write permissions, and then I'm going to click share. And then, do you want to turn on network discovery? Yes, I want to turn it on for, well, I can turn on for all public networks or for make the network that I'm connected to a private one. If you're on a domain, that's not an issue. That's your only option. So I'm going to click no. Let's make this a private network, and it will share for me. And I'm done. So my simple share is shared as / server name / simple. So I'm going to click done, and that is now shared. Now, that was pretty easy and straightforward, but a little limiting. I'm going to create a new folder. I'm going to call it Advanced. And for this one, we're going to use Advanced Sharing, which gives us a few more options. So I'm going to right click on that, and I'm going to go to Properties and Sharing, but this time I'm going to choose Advanced Sharing. I want to share this folder, and now I get to set the share name. So I can actually share this multiple times with multiple different people with different permissions using different names. A little overkill. I don't need to go that extreme. But I'm going to go ahead and set it as advanced. Now this is also going to give me the number of users that I can have simultaneously connected. And for Windows Server, you can see that is a pretty dramatic number, about 16 million users simultaneously connected to it. I can also set permissions. Now these are going to be share level permissions, and notice it defaults to everyone. So I'm going to give everyone full control. Now I know that sounds a little bit dramatic. That's okay, because normally we're going to control access not using these share permissions, which are pretty limited, but using NTFS permissions. That's where we're actually going to do it. So I'm going to click Apply. Okay, and then I can also set caching. So this allows offline access to these. And by default, only files and folders of the user specifier are available offline. If we have branch cache enabled on our server, then we could enable that here. I can make nothing available, or just make it so that everything is automatically available. I'm going to go ahead and leave it. Users have to request it. Hit OK, and then Apply and OK. So now I have shared both of these, advanced and simple. And you'll see that simple sharing is actually really fast and easy, but it does not give you the same level of control. Advanced sharing gives you more control. You can set the number of users, you can set caching, you can set more complete permissions, and that actually becomes really, really important. So my preference if I'm sharing through File Manager is not to use simple sharing, but to use advanced sharing.